If you're wondering why the video quality is so bad, it's because the video was originally taken down by YouTube for policy violations for sexualizing minors when it did not do that at all. So I had to manually go back and screen record this entire video in OBS. So YouTube, if you take this down, then you suck because this is an informative video meant to provide information about someone who actually does endanger children. So, yeah, YouTube, don't take this down. And again, sorry for the terrible quality. I can't get rid of the progress bar on the bottom, so you just have to watch it how it is. Yeah, that's it.
Oh boy, here we go. Hello everyone. So since my last exposing video got so many views and so many likes, I decided to make a part 2 of that video, which is basically just me going into detail about what he's done. Before we start, I'd like to give you a heads up by letting you know about the things you're about to see. There will be topics like pedophilia, zoophilia, suicide baiting, homophobia, and more. I do not recommend you watch this if you are below about 16. Also, there are people who are trying to say that the screenshots I included in my last video were tampered with and fake, and even if they were real, he apologized and we should forgive him. I just want to say that if you think that, you obviously haven't watched my video or any exposing video on him, and if you have and still support him, I feel terrible for you. I hope that you get the help you need. Just accept that some people are terrible people and stop trying to justify his actions. I promise you after this you will want nothing to do with this man again. If you have not seen my first video about him, I am asking you to watch that one first to get an idea on who this user is. Additional resources, aka videos other people have made exposing him, will be linked in the description as well in case I don't cover everything. I went through my entire gallery to gather as many screenshots as I could and found some all the way back from the middle of 2023. Most of these screenshots will have the dates attached, and I will see if I can include all these screenshots in a Google Drive in the description. I went by the names Miku and Esther, so if you see him referring to these names, then he's talking to me. From the beginning, I found PortalTube from when he was friends with someone named Galaxy, and eventually they became online siblings. But then I learned that he was also online dating a ton of people. From the looks of it, it seems like he doesn't want to admit to being 20 years old here, which is already really odd. Especially since he's dating this person who's obviously too young for him. Anyways, I think he had some kind of drama with Galaxy and another person. I honestly forgot why, but at this point, who knows, it could be literally anything. Galaxy decided to give Portal one more chance, and I commented on it saying we'll see about that. Then he replied and said if I tried anything, he would make sure I'd suffer. I was 16. I think that was one of my first actual interactions with him and a pretty terrible first impression. I also have this screenshot of him saying he's dating someone who posted Rule 34 outside of YouTube, but I'm only including this because I have no idea how old this person was, considering he never age checks his partners ever. I would look at his channel pretty often and I saw him being homophobic and using gay as an insult. Eventually, Galaxy wanted PortalTube to leave her alone, and Portal got super attached to her, saying that he doesn't have to leave her alone like he was told because it's his birthday. Then he was exposed for indulging in Happy Tree Friends fetish content farm bullshit, and he said to a minor that he thinks is good content and that it was an NSFW when he was confronted about it by this minor, he said that he was being attacked and stalked, and after a bit he asked if this minor was lovesick for him. This screenshot proves that he was 20 and that he thought this kid was in love with him. Even as a joke, that's weird as hell. After a while, there was this contract that he made that every poor kid he was harassing had to sign to leave him alone. The contract stated that there should not be any videos exposing him, no more bullying him, or anything of the sort. Most likely because he was scared that he would get in trouble and because he wanted to play victim as always. Keep in mind these are literal kids he is talking to. He continued to stalk Galaxy after he was told not to, and after he told others not to stalk him. Galaxy was 14 to 15 at the time, and he was 20, which makes this a whole lot weirder. I was talking about how his fans and friends and alts were coming after me for calling out him on his weird ass actions. This is also when he threatened me, telling me to go to the sun and stay there or some shit. He also confirmed that it was a threat and called me an asshole. After that, he'd made a post tagging me with a fake image of him being hired to work at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and told me to eat my heart out because he got a job. Notice how he sounds the exact same that he does now. He would constantly mention me, and he was so desperate to clear his name that he threatened to a ton of kids that he would make a video hurting himself. Also, he made a post saying that if I called him a slur, he would use it against me, so I commented a lesbian slur. I can say it because I'm a lesbian. And then he said it back, which is very wrong because he's not a lesbian. His excuse was that he does not see the word as a slur and called me a drama queen. Also, he was being homophobic and calling random kids delusional. And then he got his stupid ass Happy Tree Friends child out and used it as a defense and told a ton of kids to join a Google Classroom to talk things out, which never happened because that's weird. I have screenshots of him saying that he can predict the future too, which is honestly so unserious. By the way, DIY did not get cancelled, so everyone laugh. And then he kept on mentioning Galaxy over and over and over and over and over. Here's him being transphobic. And here's him showing up to me saying that his videos are better than mine and get more views, and once I made a post countering that, he started crying saying I was showing off to him. Once I dropped everything and wanted to leave him alone, he said I owed him an apology or he'd make everything worse for me. When he mentioned Galaxy after she told him not to, I shared his post saying his drawing looked like microbacteria because a friend had suggested it. Then he decided to fight with me, saying his art was better than mine, which I highly doubt. He's also a narcissistic bitch and he isn't even hiding it. He also said it's good that I feel bleh physically because I was harassing him when I wasn't. I just wanted him to shut the fuck up. Here's him saying that I was telling lies about him when all I said is that I'm sick of his bullshit. He said that I love to bully him and that he wanted to fight me when I was 17 years old. Then he threatened to take down my channels, and then he suicide baited again, saying a kid made him want to kill himself for his sick pleasure. Absolutely fucking disgusting. PortalTube eventually manipulated Galaxy into talking to him again and asked if she wanted a hug. Then he kept sharing Galaxy's videos, and in one he said that maybe you should get a death scene in it. Seriously? There's also proof of him laughing over someone's dead friend, which is part of an even bigger video. Here he claims that he started to leave Galaxy alone, which is not true at all. There was even a few times where I tried to help him by telling him to block everyone who was harassing him, to take time and improve, but he just continued to lie. Eventually Galaxy did forgive him, but it was only because she was manipulated into it, and Portal once again tagged her, asking if they could be online cousins. Also, this NSFW Gotcha Life channel interacted with him, and he interacted with it even though the channel had no age stated anywhere, which made Galaxy turn on him again. And then he apologized at still interacting with her again and again. And then he called me a dumbass. And then he switched up. I decided to try and help him again to become better, but then eventually I gave up, so don't worry. This is a 9-year-old. Also, he claimed that his apologies from a long time ago were faked. Sound familiar? Here's another kid he dated. Don't exactly know what to say about this one. Here's yet another apology. And another. Here's him threatening a child. Here's him telling some random person he's being bullied when that isn't true. Apparently they became friends once again, and I am extremely concerned for Galaxy now. Here's him talking to the 9-year-old again. I don't know what to caption this. Tried to talk sense into him, and he said that I'm not his mom, and other things that showed that he obviously isn't listening to people who genuinely want to help him improve. Then I learned about FoxyBabe2180, who very clearly states that it's PortalTube in his bio. He was exposed by Galaxy and me for doing sexual roleplays in public comment sections. Here's him lying that isn't him and wanting to move on from it as if nothing ever happened, saying that him being exposed for doing that shit is being mean and hating on him. The exposing videos will be in the description. This is him saying capping doesn't mean lying. I don't exactly know how smart this guy is. More lies about not owning the FoxyBabe2180 account, saying it's a bot. This person says he did things to them when they are 13. More suicide baiting, sock puppeting, yay! And then he told Galaxy and her fanbase to screw a 20-year-old's dick. More guilt tripping in forms of suicide and other things to kids, and then asking for gifts to help him feel better. Unfortunately, Galaxy was manipulated into apologizing again, but luckily he took it back. PortalTube continued to tag her even after he was told not to and agreed to it. Then he admitted to all of this shit, and if this doesn't sound disgusting, I don't know what does. After that nothing burger apology, he continued to be an asshole to me, saying I started the drama back up on a random video. He was exposed by me for sexual role-playing with kids, and then he started guilt-tripping. Then he admitted to being a pedophile, and that he'd do anything to change, which is something he said one too many times. Now he's implying that he needs to not be bothered by it, and that his actions are actually a big deal. There's this. More guilt-tripping. I don't even know what to say about this one. And then one of his victims made a document of all the things that he had done. And to defend himself, he called the victim a groomer and delusional. Here he was telling someone that they're actually a boy when they didn't want to appear as a boy online, which is kind of hypocritical. Still not leaving Galaxy alone. Telling everyone to block and report me for exposing him. I don't even know what he's talking about here, because he contradicted himself so much. This weirdly specific scenario he put on a community post. Him doing it again, but it turns out he was talking about a user who was a minor, calling them a pedophile. Then he was tired of all the drama, and this ugly baby came and took over the channel, which totally isn't just him. I don't even know anymore. This is so stupid. Still not leaving Galaxy alone. I tried helping him again, telling him that people should stop harassing him to give him time to improve, but he took that terribly, and I regret saying it, because he was still going to pull the same shit anyway. Dating more children. Him saying that he doesn't date kids anymore, which is a huge lie. Now he's admitting to grooming people. I don't even know what this is. He's making fun of the way Galaxy talks here, and she talks that way because she's black. Misusing the word grooming, and he's literally giving away that FoxyBabe2180 is him here. He does sexual roleplays on the FoxyBabe2180 account, so why is he surprised anyway? I don't know what this is. More tagging of Galaxy and threatening other minors. Still tagging me after I told him not to. Misusing the word groomer. You can read this one yourself. Admitting to doing terrible shit once again. I made a Twitter thread exposing him when he told me to take it down. He was exposed replying to a Twitter post of a Vulpix with a rape kink, and he didn't even deny it. In fact, he just made this weird-ass fucking joke. Him saying that a kid will suffer for catfishing when they're just a child who wants to appear as a female online. More apologies, I don't know. More attacking Galaxy, and I'm not reading all of this shit. Him saying gacha is trash. Are you sure about that? Don't even know what he's going on about here. More admitting to being a pedophile. Admitting to dating kids and saying that it isn't even a big deal, getting defensive for no fucking reason. He's dating this child. He dated this 12-year-old. He dated this 9-year-old. He fucked this 9-year-old. You can read this, but I'm not. He groomed this 9-year-old and called 2 kids sex toys. What the fuck? He doxed this poor child. What are you talking about? Here he's still talking to Galaxy. Wait a sec. Here he's having e-sex with this person. Oh. Okay. Turns out he lied about his age to this child. Karma got his ass real good. Now he's doing these questionable roleplay with Paw Patrol characters. Would this be considered rape? He dated this child. Here's him roleplaying sex with literal puppies. Look up the ages of the Paw Patrol characters and take a look yourself. Doesn't help that they're dogs. He got exposed and he said that it isn't zoophilia and it's only roleplay. What? He told me to delete the video and I didn't. My man, you literally fuck dogs. Now you're threatening kids. This one is self-explanatory. Because you were. This other kid he dated. He wants me to delete evidence. Why? What? You hypocrite! Just because it's in the past doesn't fucking justify dating kids. Now he's saying I look like I date kids and that I might be a pedophile in secret. Why are you roleplaying as yourself? Him roleplaying suicide with his roleplay child. Okay, so remember that catfishing thing? Make up your mind, did you date kids or not? Okay, so here he dated a child once again, a 13-year-old child, and then he had roleplay sex with them. Uh-oh, he was caught! Then I decided to use an alternate account and ask him to date me, saying I was 14, and lo and behold, he agreed to it, saying he wasn't too old for me. Disgusting. To the people who claim I'm a pedophile, I'm not. I'm autistic. I sure do love shit-talking kids! Then we found out that he was looking at zoophilia on Twitter, and he was told to address it. He said it was months ago, but it doesn't fucking matter. You still looked at porn of literal dogs. Lying about his age again, but this time, what was the point? What? Drawing inflation fetish art of random people. Apparently he dated this 12-year-old. Keep in mind that he said he didn't sexualize the Paw Patrol characters. He aged them up for some reason. Not reading all of that. Does this imply you'd fuck a fictional dog? Yet another apology. Now he's saying it wasn't his choice to date the account I made pretending to be 14 when it clearly was. He could have disagreed to it. He pinned NSFW of underage characters on Pinterest. Don't even know what all of this is. He confessed to using kids for his own sick pleasure here. Another apology. He will stab himself with a knife if kids keep making people aware that he's a pedophile. What is wrong with this guy, I swear? Do you see how disgusting this all is? Now he's talking to the 9-year-old again when she doesn't want to be talked to by him. He's currently replying to every single comment on my first exposing video trying to justify his actions, and I haven't blocked him because he's giving me more proof of everything. If you would like to read the comments to see what he is saying, I will keep them up and hope nothing happens to them. Please stay as far away as you can from this user and make sure to spread this video around. I do not want any more kids to be affected by him and his actions, and if you still support PortalTube after watching this entire video, you are very sick in the head. Thank you for watching, and I hope that this man's behavior becomes widely known. Bye bye.